In this video, I want to show you how to create flow direction map of watershed from digital elevation model in ArcGIS. So these are the 7 basic steps we are going to take to achieve this objective. So let's go to ArcGIS. So the first step is to add your projected digital elevation model. So to do that, click on Add, navigate to your folder and bring in your projected digital elevation model. This is it. Click on Add. So here I have my projected digital elevation model. Now the second step is to do resample, and the essence of resampling is to increase or decrease the cell size of this digital elevation model. If I right click and go to properties, come to source, you can see that the cell size is 30.8 meter. So this cell size, I want to increase it, and I will tell you the reason why I want to increase it later on. So that can be done through data resampling. So to do that, open your Arc toolbox, come to data management tool, scroll down and come to Raster. Come to Raster processing, and here you can see resample. Double click to open it. So input raster, click here and put the projected digital elevation model. Then our output, let's just navigate to our folder and name it resample. Click on save. So here, choose the cell size you want for it. So in this case, I want 6,000, that is 6,000 meter cell size. So I'm trying to increase the cell size. Later on, you will see the reason why. So click on OK. So this will resample this raster and increase the cell size as specified in the operation. Yes, it is done. So let me uncheck this. You can see the resample raster. You can see that the cell size has increased greatly. Now, the next step, if you look at our steps, is to produce aspect map from that resample data. So to produce aspect map, we need to go to Spatial Analysis tool. Then come to Surface. And here you can see aspects. Double click to open it. So our input raster will be the resample raster. Then our outputs, let's name it aspects. Click on save and click on OK. Yes, the aspect map has been generated. Let me uncheck this. The aspect map has been generated. Now, if you look at our steps, the next step is to reclassify the aspect map. So to do that, we have to go to Spatial Analysis tool. Under Spatial Analysis tool, come to Reclass, and here is Reclassify. Double click to open it. Then input raster, that will build our aspect map. Then here we are going to change the values of these old values. So the new value, let's start from 0, 1, 2, 3. So change the value. This will be 6, 7, 8. Then our output raster, click here. Let's call it Reclassify. Click on Save and click on OK. So this will reclassify our map. Yes, it has been reclassified. Yes, the next operation now, if you look at our steps, is raster to points. From this reclassify map, we will produce raster to points. To do that, come to conversion tool here. Then come to from raster. So here is it, raster to points. So our input raster will be our reclassify map. Then the field will be valued. Our output feature, let's call it raster points. Click on save. Click on OK. So what this operation does is to put points at the center of each of the cell. So that is the essence of resampling in the first case. So that, because if the raster size that was initially 30 meters, if you do it, the point will be too much. But by resampling, we increase the size to 6,000 meters. And as a result of that, we have a bigger cell size. Now we have been able to put points at the center of each of these cells. So let's go to our steps. The next step now is to categorize our points. So how do we do that? To do that, come to this raster to points. Right click and open the attribute table. So this Greek code, you can see that it ranges as we reclassify the other time from 0 to 8. So we are going to categorize this layer with Greek code. So how do we do that? Come to this raster points layer, right click and come to properties. Then come to symbology. Instead of single symbol, click on categories. So the field value we want to use is the Greek code. Then click on add all values. Uncheck this. You can see that it will categorize it based on the Greek code value. So click on OK. Yes, it is done. You can see it here. Now, the next step is our symbol assignments. How do we do that? The symbol assignment is this. Let me collapse this. The 0 stands for our north and 1 stands for northeast and so forth. So how do we do that? It means to show the direction, come to this very first one, which is 0, and assign symbol for it. Click on it. So here, search for arrow. Click on search. So the first one is north, which is represent 0, is north. Look for north arrow. This is it. And click on OK. So all the cell that has aspects facing north, the arrow is representing it here. This is the direction of flow at this very point. So the second one, which is 1, will be northeast. Click on the symbol and click on arrow again and search for arrow. So northeast, this is the symbol for northeast. This is pointing northeast. Click on OK. So you can see the northeast. So the number 2 here, which represents east, click here and choose symbol for east, arrow symbol for east. The symbol for east is this. Click on it and click on OK. So you do it for the rest like that. Then the last one is north. This is north. Click on it and click on OK. So you can see we have assigned the symbol. Now to appreciate it, let's uncheck this. So our initial DEM, let's change the color. Click on OK. So let me close this. So you can see the direction of flow within this watershed. This is what we have been able to do. So this is how to produce the flow direction map of watershed from digital elevation model using ArcGIS. I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching.